Birding Australia. What a challenge. Where in such a vast continent does one start? Well, through internet research, gleaning information from the bird fair, and recommendations from birders who'd been out there, we opted for tropical North Queensland. This is our very first visit to the continent. The main reasons for choosing this region boil down to the ready access to great birding, the compact, close proximity of the sites of interest, and generally the favourable logistics. Other considerations must include safety, the importance and pleasure of touring and birding in a safe, relaxing environment. Generally, we found the natives friendly, welcoming and hospitable. In taking all these positives into consideration, my wife Anne and I decided to go for the adventure. We'll call it our figures, firetails and fairy wrens. 3 endemic species and families of birds which have come to signify our time birding in Australia. A figgy, by the way, is the nickname often used by Ellen, our guide, when referring to the endearing double-eyed fig parrot. Firetails are found in several regions of the continent, with this bird, the red-browed firetail, being the species common in Queensland. The fairy wrens, a family of about a dozen species, distributed throughout Australia, are tiny, beautifully plumaged birds, especially in the breeding males, with long, cocked-up tails. North Queensland offers good birding year-round, but in considering the climate and the cycle of bird behaviour, we decided to time our visit to coincide with the region's late winter, the second half of October and the first weeks of November. A 3.5-week period when the weather is typically not unbearably hot or wet, and the migrant visitors from Papua New Guinea and the shorebirds from the north have just arrived, boosting the numbers of the residents. This is also a productive period for many displaying and calling species, coinciding with their breeding seasons. Australia hosts some 780 species of birds, inhabiting a wide range of habitats. Some sources put the checklist even higher. Queensland is acknowledged as having the richest biodiversity throughout Australia. Tropical North Queensland alone boasts a checklist of some 450 plus species, all recorded within an hour and a half's drive of Cairns. Figures, firetails and fairy wrens, the adventure was initially envisaged to be an easy to moderately paced birding filming trip. With only 3.5 weeks in the field and masses of birds already earmarked for attention, to mention nothing of all the other wildlife which we'll come across, we may have set ourselves a daunting task. I welcome the challenge.